This is the OKC Hoops Hub podcast. I'm your host, John W. Snyder. I know you're like, oh, this guy's starting another podcast. I'm trying to figure out things. I'm experimenting. I'm doing new things. So now I am gearing everything towards the Oklahoma City Thunder. I had to niche it down. And I want to talk about the Thunder on my podcast, a newsletter, and my Instagram account, The Layup. So that's what's happening. That's what this is. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to figure out something to do because I want to fill my creative void and I would need an outlet to do this. So here we are with a podcast / newsletter / Instagram account and probably TikTok maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I'm trying to figure all that out. I'm trying to figure out what to do, and this is it. I've always had an idea to do a podcast. I've always wanted to do a podcast, and if you know me, if you've been following me, I've done one. I've started like 3 or 4. The most popular one I had was Release Rotation, and now I am moving on from that to do this, where we just talk Oklahoma City basketball. And so this is episode 1, and what a great day to record episode 1, the trade deadline. And to be honest, I wasn't sure Oklahoma City was going to do anything, but I'm never really sure about Oklahoma City because they are so tight-lipped when it comes to trades and that kind of thing. And so there really was nothing. Like, there were no murmurs of anything, no rumors, nothing. And Oklahoma City and Sam Presti did end up making a trade. We made a trade with the Hornets to get Gordon Hayward. And so is that a good trade? I don't know. I mean, he's 6'7". He does turn 34 this year. So is that good? Is that bad? He does get injured quite a lot over the last several years. He's been injured. I'm reading right now, he played 52 or fewer games in each of the past 5 seasons, including 25 games this season. So, we gave up Micic, I can't say his name right ever, Trey Mann, and Davis Bertans. And so we gave up those 3 for Gordon Hayward, who I hope he stays healthy and gets healthy and can help us make a push through the playoffs. And we've been, knock on wood, fairly lucky this season with injuries. They haven't been too severe. Isaiah Joe's been out, and we had Jalen Williams roll an ankle, and there's been some slight injuries, but nothing crazy. And so there is a lot of basketball left. We are not even to the All-Star break yet. It's next weekend, but the trade deadline came to an end. We got Gordon Hayward. I'd like to think, obviously, that it's a positive, for Oklahoma City, as long as he can stay healthy. And so, it'll be interesting to see. I think, when he's healthy, he's a great player. So that is for sure a good thing. But I just hope he can stay healthy. And so we'll have to see what happens. There is a lot of basketball left. And it also, we do have some roster spots still to fill. I don't know how many. I think it's just maybe 1. So, are we going to sign somebody from the Oklahoma City Blue for the rest of the season? I don't know what we're going to do to fill that roster spot. And it's also looking like we're going to have a lot of cap space at the end of the season for the offseason to make some moves. So I don't know. I think it's a good move as long as Gordon Hayward can stay healthy. And so I do think we won that trade. I think it will be very beneficial. It's nice to have another big guy, 6'7". He can shoot. He can score. So, I'm excited about it. And, I thought we were going to lose maybe somebody different than, Trey Mann. And I'm actually surprised that we traded Micic. I know he hasn't performed super well. He's a rookie technically in the NBA, and I think he's averaging just over 3 points a game. Maybe we didn't give him enough time, but that's how it works. The NBA is a business. Oklahoma City is looking to make moves to put themselves in contention to win a championship, and I think this does it. So we will see what happens. There's a lot of basketball left. Currently tied for first with the Timberwolves in the West, and the Nuggets. So the West is going to be a logjam. The sixth place team is 5 games behind the first place team in the West. But then when you get to the East, the sixth place team is 10.5 games behind. And so that's crazy to think about. The West is so, so good. And so, it's going to be a logjam. There's a lot of basketball left. There's a couple teams I don't want to play in the playoffs. And what's weird is one of those teams who isn't that great, but they always tend to play their best against the Thunder, and that's the Lakers. And so, once we get to the playoffs, I would not like to play the Lakers, but, it is what it is. Are we going to make the playoffs? Yes. Oklahoma City will be in the playoffs this year and not in the play-in tournament for the playoffs. I always get that confused because, they do a play-in for the last 2 teams or whatever. 7 and 8, 9 and 10 play each other, however that works at the end of the season. The 2 winners come out and they become the 7-8 seed. It's confusing. I'll never understand it, but I don't think we'll be in that group. I think we'll finish in the top 4, but man, you've got Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Denver, LA Clippers, Phoenix Suns, Pelicans are the top 6. The Clippers have been playing unbelievable basketball. The Nuggets, they're defending champs, so obviously they're going to be up there. Minnesota is playing so good this year. They finished the season good last year, better than I thought they would. And right now, again, a 3-way tie at the top between Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Denver. So a lot of basketball left. I'm going to give Oklahoma City a B on that trade. I just can't give them an A because of the injury proneness that Gordon Hayward is, at least over the last 5 seasons. It concerns me a little bit, but again, I know I'm now beating a dead horse. If he stays healthy, he is good, and he is a good player, and so I just want him to stay healthy because I want the Oklahoma City Thunder to make a big push, and I think this is just the beginning of a solid run in Oklahoma City for the Thunder to be in the playoffs for years to come. And, this is going to be the start of it, and I can't wait. I just want to also thank you for listening. Again, you can find me on Instagram at The Layup, where I'm going to post videos about the Thunder. All my stories will be centered around the Thunder. That's where I'm going with this. So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining along. I'm also going to create a newsletter. I'm going to put out a weekly newsletter just for the fun of it, because maybe some people like to read stuff nowadays still, not just listen to podcasts or watch Instagram videos. And so I'm going to have a newsletter. It's going to have links to other Thunder fans and other people who have podcasts or websites that are geared around the Thunder. I want to give those people props too, because there's other people out there you can listen to and follow, but we're all going to have different opinions. We're all going to have different stories. We're all going to have our own thoughts and ideas about the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that's what's cool about it. And so I'm okay giving props and sharing out who those other Thunder media types are that aren't in, like local news in Oklahoma City or work directly for the Thunder, because you can find those anywhere. But there's some really smart, good people out there that are talking about the Thunder and have podcasts about the Thunder. And so, again, I'm not the first, I'm not the only, but I do hope that I am one that you will listen to if you are a Thunder fan. Again, the newsletter, I'm going to have a link on my Instagram and probably in my show notes here, so you can subscribe from the show notes on the podcast or from my Instagram link or from my bio on my Instagram. Hope that made sense. Whatever. Again, it's all an experiment. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out this whole thing and streamlining it all to be geared around the Thunder. And so, that newsletter too it'll have links out. It'll have, things I like t-shirts I like that are Thunder shirts or hats or whatever it might be. It's going to be kind of a hodgepodge of things, but again, thanks for following. Thanks for listening. This is the OKC Hoops Hub. That name may not stick. It may stick, but as of right now and for now, that's what I'm calling it. Just all of it kind of together. But this is the podcast of that. Thanks again. See ya.